The problem with nepotistic appointment is that you cannot dismiss them for incompetence as they were never hired to perform in the first place. Nigeria, we are all guilty. It's so sad that we cry daily of incompetence in our ministries, departments, and agencies. Yet we still employ people and even vote people into office based on religion, culture, and nepotistic connections. People who we can't employ into our private business as a result of incompetence are daily finding their way to public service and public offices as a result of who they know. Otherwise, how can one explain the fact that people who applied for jobs in MDAs or are screened at interviews are not the ones finally employed, but those who didn't pass through the process, but knows a governor somewhere, a minister, a senator, director, PAMSEC, or knows somebody that knows somebody? You can never imagine the frustration of going through an employment process only to be told, you'll hear from us. Not because you are not qualified or didn't do well in the process, but because some other persons who were not part of the process would be used to replace you because they know somebody up there. Ministries are selling job slots to highest bidder. Sexual gratification is requested from ladies in return for employment, yet nobody's fired or investigated, and we want to attract the best brains. I laugh. As it is in the public sector, so it is in most professions in Nigeria, including privileges in profession that is supposed to be noble, the legal profession. What's the essence of a good education if you cannot guarantee employment unless you are connected to someone? What's the point reading your books when all you need to be gainfully employed or become a public officer is either to serve as the master's table, as a Minister for Labor in Ngige has described it, or your parents would have to beg their way through for you with a note, please, the bearer is from me, interview and employ, we cope. As a result, learning is de-emphasized in the place of paper qualification. Are we happy that some of our graduates can't even spell graduation? That's how low we have sunk, and the shame is on all of us. What's the point remaining in a country that doesn't guarantee hope, fairness, and equality, despite the abundance of natural resources? No wonder our young, able-bodied men and women would rather cross the desert to Europe for slave jobs or sell their bodies to the highest bidder at home or abroad. I know you say join politics if you want to change the narrative, yet you refuse to make it attractive to bright minds. According to Sonny Okosu, how long shall we be patient before we reach the promised land? Our governors or politicians or presidents fail to perform, we vote them back into office. After all, they tar the road to our village as if it was their money. Because failure these days are benchmark for success. If Jonathan did it that way and failed, Buhari must do it that way. It doesn't matter whether we already know the end result as failure. Forgetting that a wrong precedent set today becomes a conventional practice of tomorrow. Our service chiefs are out of ideas on their job. We insist they remain there because they are from the same community or region with us. We benefit from corruption and corrupt processes. We say it is connection. We must realize that the country is what we make of it. As our leaders and rulers are drawn from amongst us, and the little process we circumvent today becomes an impunity tomorrow if not addressed. I would therefore advocate that as Nigerians, we should remember that we are all the ones in opposition and not the political class. If you see a wrong and refuse to address it because our relations or religious or friends are involved, then we shouldn't blame others when they imbibe the same practice tomorrow, simply following in the precedents we overlooked.